A stunning turn of events has shaken the British monarchy. Prince William and Kate Middleton have made a decision that defies centuries-old traditions, sparking heated debates across the nation. One bold move, and the rumors of family discord, hidden agendas, and transformative changes to the monarchy's future are already swirling. Where will Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis receive their education? Why did their parents choose to break away from convention? And what does this mean for the future of the monarchy? This decision is more than a headline. It's a game-changing moment with implications stretching from family dynamics to the monarchy's public image. The royal children are embarking on a completely new path, filled with unexpected opportunities and challenges. Curious about why this choice is being hailed as both daring and revolutionary? Keep reading. We'll unveil all the fascinating details. Raising 3 future heirs to the throne is no small task, and Prince William and Kate Middleton understand the importance of making the right decisions. Their parenting style has always reflected a thoughtful blend of respect for royal traditions and a commitment to providing their children with the best modern opportunities. That's why the buzz surrounding their choice of school for Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis has captivated the public. What lies behind what seems like a straightforward decision? Experts point out that William and Kate's approach marks a significant departure from the practices of previous royal generations. Looking back, it's clear that royal children were traditionally educated in conservative institutions with rigid rules. Schools like Gordonstoun, attended by Prince Philip and King Charles III, were known for their strict discipline and high levels of control. But the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have opted for a different path, one that nurtures their children's individual talents and interests. Their decision to choose Marlborough College speaks volumes. It represents a balance between tradition and modernity, signaling that times are indeed changing. Kate Middleton, in particular, plays a pivotal role in this choice. Marlborough College holds a special place in her heart. It's where she transformed from an ordinary girl from Berkshire into a confident young woman who would go on to become one of the most admired figures in the royal family. For Kate, this isn't just another elite school. It's a deeply personal decision. Marlborough gave her the tools, confidence, and perspective that have been her greatest strengths. Now she wants her children to experience the same environment, preparing them to face their future roles with the same poise and resilience. However, the reason why the interest in the education of the royal heirs is so intense runs much deeper than just choosing a school. Perhaps it's tied to the shifting dynamics of popularity within the royal family itself. For many, Kate and William have become symbols of stability, modernity, and a fresh perspective within the royal household. While other family members like Harry and Meghan often grab headlines due to scandals rather than charity work, the Waleses have mastered the art of living in the spotlight while staying true to their purpose. This younger generation of royals can be seen as the new conservatives of the British monarchy. They honor tradition but do so without unnecessary rigidity, which has helped restore the royal family's former popularity. That's why any news about George, Charlotte, and Louis matters so much. They represent the future, which, according to the British public, should be better than the past. What stands out is how Marlborough College distinguishes itself from other prestigious institutions like Eton and Gordonstoun. This school combines academic rigor with a focus on nurturing creativity and individuality in its students. The decision to move away from an exclusively aristocratic or overly closed approach to education makes Marlborough the ideal school for future members of the royal family who will need to engage with a broad audience. Becoming a monarch in the 21st century involves much more than living in luxurious palaces. Today's leaders are expected to be flexible, to engage with the public, and to understand the realities of the modern world. Marlborough College, with its diverse environment and progressive educational approach, offers just that. However, the choice of this school has sparked intense debate. Why this one? Perhaps it's because it symbolizes a break from the long-standing tradition. It was once almost certain that the eldest son of the heir to the throne, and then the other children, would attend Eton College. This school has been a part of royal tradition since the time of King Charles. But William and Kate have chosen to deviate from this well-worn path, and this may be part of their broader parenting strategy. Many experts point out that Marlborough is not just a school with a connection to Kate's past, but a place where children are taught to navigate elite society and learn cross-cultural communication. For William and Kate, The key is to equip their children with skills and qualities that will make them approachable to the people, not distant figures on a pedestal. This is the key difference between the new approach and the old model of royal upbringing, which no longer fits the demands of today. Additionally, there are practical factors at play in this decision. Marlborough College is relatively close to the Cambridge family's residence at Amer Hall, allowing the children to visit home more often, maintain close ties with their parents, and avoid feeling isolated from their family. For William and Kate, creating a comfortable and thoughtfully designed world for their children remains essential. They want their education to nurture not only intellect, but also emotional resilience, which is crucial for future representatives of the monarchy. However, it's crucial not to overlook the most important factor: the pressure these three children inevitably face from an early age. George, being third in line to the British throne, has already grown up under the constant scrutiny of the public eye. While he is still a child who is frequently photographed at public events, it's important to remember that he is being prepared for a very special role in the future. His life will be anything but simple. This is where Marlborough College could be his first step towards acquiring the social skills that will shape him into a king fit for the modern age. Emotional intelligence, adaptability, a sense of duty, and public communication skills. These are all key qualities that modern education emphasizes, and Marlborough College aligns perfectly with these objectives. The choice of school didn't come as a surprise to observers. Marlborough College has long earned a reputation as an elite institution with a rich history and an impressive faculty. The annual tuition at this school is a staggering £59,000, highlighting its exclusivity and prestigious status. Insiders close to the royal family claim that months of deliberation and discussions were not in vain. The decision to go with Marlborough College was almost inevitable. After extensive debates and reflections, it became clear that this school would offer not only a world-class education, but also access to the best of British educational traditions. According to sources within the royal circle, the discussions have now moved into a more practical phase. The focus is on preparing 11-year-old Prince George, the eldest of the children, to be the first to acclimate to this new school environment. The school is located in a secluded, picturesque corner of Wiltshire, far from the bustle of city life, offering its students not only modern educational opportunities, but also a sprawling, beautiful campus covering a remarkable 286 acres. This vast space includes not only the school buildings and dormitories, but also sports complexes, parks, gardens, and recreational areas, all meticulously designed to ensure comfort, safety, and well-rounded development. Given the royal family's status, particular attention is paid to organizing a secure and comfortable living space for Prince George, the eldest heir. Marlborough College boasts 16 dormitories, each tailored to meet the needs of its students. Among them are 6 boys' dormitories, 6 girls' dormitories, and 4 mixed ones, providing a wide variety of options for each student. However, for George, one of the best options is the central dormitory known as C1 House. This building, with its rich history and excellent facilities, accommodates 59 students and is located in the heart of the campus, making it one of the safest and most convenient places on the school grounds. Sources familiar with the situation emphasize that the choice of C1 House was made primarily with security considerations in mind, fully aligning with the level of preparation required for the arrival of such a significant figure. The decision that is currently being widely discussed is primarily focused on security concerns. Given George's status, he will likely live in one of the central dormitories, allowing for a quick response to any unforeseen situations, shared an insider. On the campus, there are so-called secondary houses, located at a distance from the main school buildings. These dormitories, situated near Bath Road, are considered less convenient in terms of security and logistics. Their isolation requires more time to respond in case of an emergency, making them less suitable for one of the future monarchs. C1 House has earned its popularity not only due to its features. The building is tied to the rich history of the region. It was once home to the Seymour family, famous for their significant legacy. The area later inspired writer Hilary Mantel in creating her famous series of novels, and Lady Jane Seymour, the third wife of Henry VIII, was also associated with this place, adding noble and historical uniqueness to the building. Given the British love for tradition, this connection with historical figures adds extra symbolism to the choice of dormitory for the heir to the throne. It's also worth noting that Marlborough College is renowned for its successful alumni, making it one of the most respected educational institutions in the UK. Some of the prominent figures who attended include the outstanding poet and soldier Siegfried Sassoon, famous English poet and award-winning author John Betjeman, and comedian Jack Whitehall. Moreover, the school is part of royal history. Princess Eugenie studied there, which further strengthens Marlborough's reputation as an institution closely linked to the British monarchy. The choice of future schooling for George, and later for Charlotte and Louis, seems not just well thought out. It reflects a step to surround the children with not only top-quality education, but also an environment that matches their status, with a rich history and the highest standards of living. When considering William and Kate's decision about their children's education, the broader consequences of this choice cannot be ignored. George, Charlotte, and Louis attending Marlborough College is not just an educational matter, it's a key part of shaping a new model of upbringing within the royal family. This move can be seen as a strategy not just for the Wales family, but also as a signal to both British and global society. There is little doubt that decades of intense debate about how the monarchy should adapt to a rapidly changing world have influenced this decision. Thus, by analyzing William and Kate's choice, we are, in a sense, exploring the future of the British throne and its relationship with society. To begin with, it's important to note that the very idea of sending all three heirs to the same school highlights Kate and William's desire to foster strong family bonds for their children. In royal life, where rules, etiquette, and sometimes distant family relationships often conflict with human emotions, this decision feels particularly progressive. Marlborough College may become not just an academic home for George, Charlotte, and Louis, but a place where they can maintain closeness with one another. This is perhaps the first instance in modern royal history where siblings will grow up as a cohesive team rather than isolated from one another, as was the case with the previous Windsor generation. Let's take a look at the example of Princes William and Harry. Their once close relationship became strained over time, partly due to how they were raised. Although both attended Eton, the difference in expectations placed on the older and younger sons significantly influenced their conflicts. William was always prepared for the role of king, while Harry found himself in a secondary position, which eventually led to disagreements. The way their school years were structured did not encourage open communication between the brothers. Kate and William, it seems, are taking the opposite approach. By giving their children equal starting conditions and the opportunity to face challenges together, they're striving to avoid repeating the family drama. Marlborough College becomes their shared space, where each heir will feel like an equal member of the family rather than part of a rigid hierarchy. Another interesting point is that Marlborough is relatively democratic by aristocratic standards. Unlike Eton, with its almost closed elitist culture, Marlborough adopts a more modern approach. Children of people from various backgrounds, business, arts, and even successful professionals of non-aristocratic origin, consider it their duty to send their children there. This diversity of students will undoubtedly help George, Charlotte, and Louis better understand the real world and relationships with ordinary people, whom they will inevitably interact with later in life. For a future monarch, this is not just a bonus, it's a necessity. For Prince George, this choice is particularly significant. William and Kate demonstrate a thoughtful approach by allowing him to be a child with less pressure than his father ever felt. Prince William, raised under the shadow of his predetermined fate, remembers how difficult growing up was for him. The same fate for his son would be unbearable, especially in the age of social media and constant press scrutiny. Marlborough, offering a more balanced environment compared to Eton, could be a safe space for George to develop his abilities alongside other students. These actions by Kate and William show that they are increasingly aware of the central role their family plays in maintaining the monarchy's popularity. Comparing their approach to that of other royal figures, it's clear just how strategically sound their decisions are in today's world. The royal family is on the brink of needing to restructure its interaction with the public, and William and Kate's actions are effectively setting the course for future changes. They are placing their bets not just on tradition, but on modernization and the humanization of the monarchy's role. Looking at the history of the royal family, it's evident that the focus is shifting. In the past, monarchs rarely thought about how their children interacted with the outside world. This was given little attention, often with unfortunate results. Even Queen Elizabeth II, a towering figure in British monarchy history, admitted that she couldn't be close enough to her children, being consumed by her duties. Her son, King Charles III, also grew up in an environment where feelings were rarely expressed and duties always came first. William and Kate clearly have a completely different vision. For them, family is not just a laboratory for future monarchs, but a value to cherish. Marlborough fits perfectly into their philosophy. It's a place where their children can learn to be leaders of the future while still remaining part of their family. We mustn't forget Charlotte. Kate and William's second child already draws admiration from the public for her charisma and lively personality. Her educational environment is just as important as George's. Marlborough, with its social orientation, could become a platform for Charlotte to develop her potential as a person without being overshadowed by her older brother. British monarchy history has already shown how significant second roles can be. Princess Margaret, Prince Harry, Princess Anne, all were once at the center of attention and worked hard to build their public image. Charlotte is likely to become the next heroine for a new generation of Brits, and Marlborough will help prepare her for this role. As for young Louis, his transition to Marlborough will likely happen later, when he reaches the right age. For now, he remains a bright representative of the Wales family, charming the public with his cute behavior at official events, but without the pressures and obligations. Again, this shows Kate and William's strategy, not rushing his growing up and allowing him to be a child for as long as possible. In the end, the education of the Wales children will set the standard for future approaches to royal upbringing. The decisions Kate and William are making now will shape the perception of the monarchy for decades to come. Marlborough College is just the first chapter of this story, but its importance cannot be overstated. This is a school not just for George, Charlotte, and Louis, but for the entire monarchy, which is learning to be closer to the people. Thus, the future of George, Charlotte, and Louis is already beginning to write a new chapter in royal history. At first glance, Kate and William's decision seems like a simple choice of school, but it carries a powerful message. The monarchy is changing and striving to meet the needs of its time. But how far are William and Kate willing to go in breaking old norms? And will this decision divide the royal family or change the British people's perception of the throne? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Will this step succeed or raise even more questions? If you're interested in real insights from the lives of the royals and the important issues everyone's watching, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Here we discuss the hottest news and break it all down for you, so you're always in the loop.